Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Today I'm going to show you a few baits that I found at a flea market and a couple of garage sales that I stopped at over the past week. Generally, I don't find much fishing tackle. Even though I live in Wisconsin, you generally don't find much fishing tackle of interest, but I gotta say, I feel like I have found some pretty cool things, so I wanted to share these with you. After all, I am a tackle junkie, and if I come across something that I feel like is discontinued and I need, or is just unique and I have not tried, a lot of times I'll pick it up, because the reality is you can find really good baits a lot of times at garage sales and flea markets and yard sales for a lot cheaper than what you would buy a new bait in the stores today. So I'm just going to dive right into these. I think a lot of you find these interesting. I think it does still show that there are some good baits to be found out there in the wild. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it in no particular order at all. We're just going to walk you through a couple of baits. I did happen to find this cool guy. This is actually one of my favorite bomber colors. I'm not sure, I don't think they still make it, but this is an old bomber 7A. I also got a nice older 6A in a craw pattern. These are absolute killer baits on the river. I know Bomber still makes a bunch, but these are the older models. And from that standpoint, I do think that they're hard to come across. And like I said, this is just a color. As soon as I see that color, I generally have to buy it. It's like that parrot color. And this one I specifically paid $3.95 for. The other one I paid $2.50 for. And just really good baits. They do need some new hooks. These are old, rusted, bent out hooks. But happy with that found. At the same place, I found this guy. I talk about the old shallow running Rapala Fat Wrap quite a bit. This is one of those baits from my childhood. This doesn't look like it's ever been used. There is no hook rash on it. There are no bite marks on it. I paid $3.29 for the old shallow running Fat Wrap. This is just an absolute killer bait. I don't know why they still don't make it, but they don't make it, and they catch a lot of fish on it. I also happened to stop at a flea market and found the rest of these baits. Now, some of these were from a couple of different buyers, but I thought that these were pretty cool. And a lot of times what you'll find is the baits are not in the right boxes. So this is a Rapala X-Wrap box, but when I looked at it, I didn't know what it was right off the bat. So I took a closer look, and it's a bait I've never used before, but I do recognize it as a Bill Lewis Spitfire. So this is a topwater bait that they don't make anymore. And I think it's interesting because I actually think that that might be the X-Wrap tail feather. I don't know for certain. Maybe these baits came with the feather treble hook, but it looks more like the X-Wrap feather treble. So maybe that's why it was in that box. But it's a really unique topwater bait, so I'm excited to give it a try. Like, if you look at the face on it, it's got a different opening, which I assume is meant to spit water. It's a much deeper cup. Like, it actually would be kind of a pain in the butt, I bet, to not necessarily tie a knot to, but if you wanted to put like a swivel on that, it probably would not be easy to do. Just a really unique looking bait. I also love the sound of it. You can tell that the entire body chamber allows the BBs to roll all the way back and forth. And I'm fond of baits that allow the BBs to continue to roll. So when you pop it, like, you can hear the baits kind of settling, if that makes sense. Like, they're rolling from side to side. So I like the fact that it makes sound and vibration even though you're not moving the bait. So I'm excited to use it. This I think this was made around the same time as the Bill Lewis. I'm trying to draw on a blank on what it was. It was their jerk bait that sat straight up in the water. I've talked about it before. I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, it's that chrome blue color. I really like it. So I think I paid $2 for it. So I'm excited to give that a try. Also at the same place, a couple other baits that were in the boxes. This is a older Rapala Fat Wrap. This is just the silver color. But it's an old box, an older box. It has been used. It's got a few scrape marks on it, but just really good baits. You can't complain about it. can't go wrong. For a couple of bucks, there was another one. So this one is still sealed, hasn't been opened. This is the silver gold, chromy gold color, whatever that is, the flashy gold. So that's, I know, a decent one. I think I paid $2 for all these. And then another one that was still in the box is not a Rapala jointed minnow. This is a great smallmouth bait. This is an older head-in baby torpedo. Just a killer smallmouth bait anywhere you go on creeks and streams and rivers. Man, it's a good one. So I saw it. I liked the color. For a couple of bucks, I was like, I'm gonna pick that up too. Can't go wrong with those. So that was unique. And then at the end of that flea market, I stumbled across a guy that was selling the rest of these. So he had this one. This is a Bomber Long A for $1.50. So I picked that up. But the ones that really caught my eye is he had some older Bagley crankbaits. So I had to pick those up because I'm not like a diehard Bagley collector, but they're just like cool vintage crankbaits that, in my opinion, as a bass angler, they're just one of those things that make you think like, you know, this is historical bass fishing stuff. So they had, and these are all older ones. So these all have the brass hardware as well as the lead in the lip. So he had 3 Killer B, diving Killer B2s. So we got this guy. You can see we got the lead in the lip with the brass hardware. Really nice condition. Yellow craw. I don't know the color names offhand, but they this is in great condition. And then just kind of a silver, just your typical shad color. Another really good bait, good condition. Those were all good finds. And then they had a B1 and a B2 that I picked up. So this is the B1 yellow chartreuse. This is like just one of those colors that has withstood the test of time. It's kind of a classic Bagley color. Every time I see this color, I think back to when Takahiro Omori won the Wiley Lake Bassmaster Classic. It does have a nice chunk taken out of it, but again, it's just the old lead in the lip, brass hardware bait, and then the B2 in a pretty cool color. I think this is, I'm not sure if they refer to it as a baby bass, but it's a cooler color with that diamond kind of pattern going down the side. It does have a crack on the top, but other than that, it's in really nice shape overall. All of those 5 Bagleys, they were $5 each. So not super great condition, but for $5 each, I had to pick them up because you don't run across the vintage ones like that out in the wild quite a bit. So that kind of made my day. I'm excited for those. I don't know why I love the old Bagley baits as well. They just have cool paint colors. They look cool. It just classic bass fishing right there. So I thought I'd share these with you. They are all great baits. I think in total I probably paid, so 25, about 35, probably 40 or $45 for 5, 6, 10, 13 baits. So overall that's less than $4 a bait. That's pretty good in my opinion. Anyways, let me know, what have you found out in the wild? Have you found anything cool recently? If so, share that with us in the comment section. If you like these videos where I kind of go over some of the vintage baits that I'm finding or baits that I'm buying that I can't buy necessarily new out in in today's retail stores, then let me know and I can keep doing these because I am a garage sailor. I love stopping if I happen to see something, and you never know what you're going to find when you're out in the wild. So I thought I'd share these with you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Stay tuned. New video coming out tomorrow.